past, like Azuhl and us kind of just linked up and shared ideas as well, and even at one point we did like 1 or 2 live shows together, like it would be on the beats and then Azuhl cutting as well. So like there's always been this exchange of ideas as well between us as well, and then obviously I think he worked with Youngsta at the Scratch Lab. They developed the Scratch Lab, and that's actually how Youngsta and myself met each other as well. It was through a lecture, and I met his manager there as well. So
you gave the mixtape.
Yeah, so I suppose now that I'm thinking of it, Azuhl's always played this pivotal role in us working together. And once we did the track, I always had that Gangsters of I always had that other sample in at the end there. and I was like, that should actually be cut up by a DJ, man.
Yeah,
so that was like a last edition. So I was like, to end this track off, to have, like I was hearing it already, man. I was like, So I was like, I sent it to Azuhl, and he was down, and then like a week or so later, he sent the audios of it, and yeah, mixed it in and sounded fresh, you know.
Bonzaya was one of the first MCs that I knew was a decorated MC, or did it like he had stripes already in the game when I met him. That embraced me, told me, nah, you can spit, don't let what they say affect you. You know what I mean? And since then, always wanted to collaborate with him. Whether or not he could spit the best bars on earth, I wasn't even, I wasn't even phased. I just liked him as a bra. Like I liked being around him because he always, he was always supportive. He was always asking me what I was doing, or if he got me out somewhere, he will always, he'll stop, we'll talk, whatever. And I appreciate things like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For me, that's like a whole different section from the music. Sometimes the music doesn't even matter if you're not a person like that. If I can't have a civilized conversation with him, just normal, we talk, we kick it, you know what I'm saying? Now we talk about your politics, life, your family, parents, holidays. If we can't do that, how are we going to make music together? It's going to last forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just the fact that he could spit as well, was even better.
Exactly, because it's really like a conversation between
yes, and I'm the young guy, and he's kind of the
OG.
Yes, you know what I mean? He's giving me the knowledge that I lack still, things I don't see in the game that he has seen because he's been doing it longer.
Myself and Jitsvinger have a collaborative crew called Jet Syic. Obviously, just a fusion of our names, and it came about. Myself and Jits has been working since, I think since 2007. So on and off, I've been more like an engineer really, and then like I've been recording a lot of his stuff, and working with him closely according that. And it was just this natural progression that we formed a crew as well, and. He worked with Youngsta on the project with Hammer, and that's when the two of them met. Right? And then ever since then, I think we wanted Jits on the project as well, and he suggested that, and we're like, because it's weird because we actually just gave him a track. It's like, yeah, do your thing. So I know a lot of people might think it's like random, but I mean it's just like. He's an affiliate, and we work very closely with him as well, so we just thought we'll put him on.
With EJ and Copa, I know them both before rapping, obviously. Like, you see. So it's not like if they were my friend and they couldn't rap, I would still put them on the track, because I got friends that can't rap. And they still want to get on tracks, and I still tell them, you're not ready to get on tracks. You know what I mean? So it's not because they're my friends that I'll put them on this, because I see that they have the passion, they have the drive, they have the hustle, they have the ambition to do this. You know what I mean? You got a guy like Copa who writes a verse, he raps it himself a few times, and then he memorizes it. He doesn't use paper. When he came here, there was no paper involved. I wrote down all the rhymes for them and said, okay, you're going to read that part, you're going to read that part, But he already had his rhymes. He just said it to me and I had to write it down from the page for him, you know what I mean? Then you get a guy like EJ, who most of the time writes his stuff in the studio. He doesn't really do much writing on his own like me. I carry books. You know what I mean? So that I can write at any time, or that I can have all my rhymes together in a collective, you know. Whereas EJ, you sit him down here, you play him the beat, and then he will write it. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, as far as the passion and the ambition and the drive goes, they have that, you know. Because it's in this industry, there's like what, 40% talent, 30% talent, and the rest of it is all about how hard you hustle it. You know, how hard do you push your talent, how hard do you refine and work on your talent. You know? And as far as that is concerned, I think that if they continue doing this with me also, so that they can see how I do it, and they can basically learn from that.
That's right.
Not saying copy me or do what I do, but just here's a lane I create, and if you want to go down this road with me, it's possible, because I'm going to open this gate for all of us.
DNA, the Arinaya Alliance, straight defiant and focal industry compliance. Are we still hijacking all the industries buying clients? Arsenic on production and I am, well, lyrically violent. One word to define this, timeless. Think me, think Arsenic, now musically combine it. You can't price it, so it's priceless. Boom bap basement 1995 shit. I don't know how else to describe this, but looking out DNA, cause that's where you'll find it.